Well, I'm Adrianne Smyth. I'm a long-time Hertfordshire resident. Our family have lived here all my life, and I'm married to Tim Smyth, whose family have lived here for 300 years. So we're definitely Hertfordshire people. And I'm standing for Ukip, for the County Council, because I feel strongly that Hertfordshire is being very badly served by the present councillors, and particularly the Hitchin area. I'm standing for Hitchin South, and I'm extremely worried at the way the Greenbelt in Hertfordshire is being threatened. When I first stood for Ukip, for Highbury Ward, my campaign literature was devoted towards trying to preserve St Mary's Square from the developers. So many people didn't realise what was being proposed for St Mary's Square, and it was very gratifying to find how many people were pleased and delighted that we'd alerted them to this awful threat to Hitchin's historic heart. Hitchin is a very special town. It's a very unique town in the way that it has such wonderful old buildings. It has lovely boutiques. It isn't the sort of town where you want a great big modern shopping mall. And St Mary's Square is one of the great views of Hertfordshire. And we were very pleased that, together with Hitchin Forum and other Hitchin societies working to preserve Hitchin, we've managed to drive off the threat of the developers and try and keep Hitchin. But I want to go on working for Hitchin. I want to make sure that Hitchin stays special and that everybody who loves Hitchin, as much as we all do, will have a town to be proud of. One of the problems that we face in Hitchin, which is such a beautiful old town, is the way that the graffiti people try and deface it everywhere. And the council, to me, is just not taking firm enough actions to deal with this. Graffiti is self-promoting. If you leave graffiti in place, other graffiti writers come along and add to it, and the whole graffiti rubbish spreads everywhere. Graffiti needs to be knocked on the head as soon as it appears. And we need to take a much firmer action with people who are defacing our town in this way. It is criminal activity, and our council needs to realise that if you allow graffiti to spread, then other things take place. You get windows broken, you get petty crime, you get vandalism. If people see graffiti is allowed to go up everywhere, vandalism follows, and then very soon you get no-go areas. We have to stop this and pinch it out at the start. We are forecasting over 500,000 immigrants coming in next year. Every year there's been 500,000 immigrants, and next year we allow all the Bulgarians and all the Romanians who wish to come here to enter England. We are going to need an enormous amount of new housing, and the County Council and the government are now saying that we have to build enormous settlements outside Hitchin. They're talking about 7,000 houses outside Hitchin, 3,500 houses on the edge of Stevenage. Hertfordshire has already suffered enough through new towns. We've had more new towns than any other county, and we think that this is going to destroy our green belt and destroy our amenities. All those of us who live in Hertfordshire love Hertfordshire. It's a most beautiful county. It has wonderful amenities, wonderful countryside, and the last thing we want to see is this whole county plunged under a sea of concrete. For me, the amazing thing about Ukip is that in Ukip, we're not career politicians. By and large, we're people who've had our own businesses, who've had our own careers, who've been in the real world, and we are appalled at what's happening to our country. And that's why we've all joined Ukip. We want to do something to lift our country out of the mess it's in now. Now it's time for the people of England to have their say. We want to get our country back.